So I want to go ahead and go through the script with you so you can listen to it, rewind this video, write it down, and absolutely be able to use it. So I'm going to give two different versions. One is if the prospect says yes and you're going to set an appointment, but two is what if they actually say no and they're not going to do anything right now? How can you actually use that to build your network and develop relationships? So I say, ring, ring, they say hello, I say, hi, is John there? And they're going to say, this is John, and I'm going to say, actually, let me point something out to this. Sometimes with the data you're using, you might actually have the wrong name. And so you're going to have to, they're going to say, no, this isn't John. And so you have to tailor that a little bit, and you have to kind of learn how to deal with that in the spot. So basically say, oh, okay, no problem. Maybe you can help me. So let's say you're calling in and say, hi, this is John. And they say, hey, well, no, you got the wrong number. Say, oh, okay, well, maybe you can help me. My name, and then you go into this next part. Hi, this is Colton Lindsay with the WGR Academy. How you doing today? And the purpose is to get them to say, how are you doing back? We want to solicit that. Now, they won't always, but a lot of time they will, and here's why. Because you want to respond with, I love my life, thanks for asking. And then you say, hey, listen, I was just calling to see, it's super simple. Listen, I was just calling to see if you might be thinking of selling your house. We get straight to the point. And sometimes you're going to actually have people say yes to this question. I've made enough of these calls, my team has, my clients and students have, that yes, people are going to say yes to this. And you're going to say, oh, wow, you are. In fact, you're probably going to be super surprised, and naturally you're going to act surprised. You'll say, you are? Great. Well, let me ask, when you sell your house, where do you plan on moving next? You want to treat them like a friend. And they're going to tell you, hey, we're moving to Salt Lake City or whatever it is. And you say, perfect. What takes you to Salt Lake City? And they're going to say, oh, it's a job transfer. And you're going to repack, oh, a job transfer. That makes sense. How soon, this is an important question, how soon would something crazy like that you'd pack up all your stuff and you'd make a move? And then this is where we're going to say, oh, it's going to be in 6 months, or oh, in 30 days. And you're going to be able to identify if this is a hot lead or a long-term warmer lead. Note, if they're saying in less than 3 months, we want to go for the appointment. More than that, we want to schedule a follow-up, okay? Now, you're going to say, no matter what, you say, oh, that's soon, huh? Well, let me ask, if you knew 100% for certain that by doing business with me, two things would happen. This is the magic question. I've taught it for years now. One is you sell your house, and two is you end up with significantly more money in your pocket than you could get any other way. That's with or without an agent, and I know it's a big promise. But would you even want to hear more about it? And be honest with me. And then usually they're going to say, yeah, I'd absolutely want to hear about that. Great. Can I tell you what most people do in your situation, John? And they're going to say, well, what's that? Well, usually what we do is we set up a time to get together for 20 minutes or so, and I can share with you how I do business. Do usually early afternoon works, or typically later afternoon is better for you. And he's going to say early afternoon or whatever, and then you say, okay, well, I've got availability Thursday at 3, or is Friday at 3 better for you? But what happens in this scenario if they say no? And you're going to say, hi, is John there? And they're going to say, this is John. Hey, John, it's Colton Lindsay with the WGR Academy. Listen, how you doing today? And they're going to say, well, we're doing great. Awesome. And they're going to ask, how you doing? You say, oh, I love my life. Thanks for asking. And if they don't ask, that's okay too. Just go into the next part. And you're going to say, hey, listen, I was just calling to see if you might be thinking of selling your home. And they might say no, which is very, very common. And you're going to say, oh, okay, no problem. Do you have any plans of moving ever? And then this is them going to say, oh, maybe in 2 years. But if they say not right now, we don't have any plans, not even on a radar, you're going to say, oh, well, that's good to know. Listen, I got to get going to my next prospecting call. But anyways, I have a networking program where I check in with homeowners like 4 times a year by phone to just check in about the market. Would something like that be of value for you? And if they say yes, awesome. Great, I got your name and your address. It's 123, just want to confirm it's 123 Happy Hollow, confirm that. By the way, what's your best email address? I'm going to send you my contact information so you can reach out to me if you ever have a question. That way you put it on them to call you, and it's very non-invasive, and then you can plug them into your email and you can drip on them, and with today's technology, now they've opted in so you can actually retarget them online. And it doesn't even cost you any extra money to do that. It just builds that network and builds your brand, and with time, it may develop even more relationships, okay? So these are an exact strategy. You can use these scripts to build your network, to set appointments, and to ultimately generate leads for your business.